What's up, Culture Drop? I am Galen. Today's topic is one that I'm presenting to leadership on behalf of every employee in the entire universe. This topic in this video came from a discussion that I had recently with a colleague about a quote that I had seen, and we ended up getting into this conversation about employees and behavior, which is that tolerating a problem has the same consequences as not being able to identify it. Which I think is sort of true, but when it comes to employees and performance or behavior, I think it's actually far worse. As a leader, when your employees see a problem and do nothing about it, it damages your relationship with those employees and your reputation, right? And this morale on the team. Because if I'm an employee and I see that from my leader, there's only basically one of two interpretations that you won't address that as a leader. Number one, you're a coward. You're afraid to have that conversation with that person or that's challenging, and hold that person accountable and say, this performance is unacceptable. You're not pulling your weight, or that behavior is toxic. It's destructive to the team. It's full of drama, and it's not allowed here. You either don't have the sort of the oomph to have that conversation with somebody, or you're inept. Right? The other reason that you wouldn't have that conversation is because you don't know how. You don't have the capability to have a conversation like that with somebody. And both of those things are pretty damaging, right? Because the relationships that you're hurting are the relationships that you have with your best employees. The employees that you have on your team that see that behavior or that performance as what it is, which is underperforming or very toxic. It's your best employees that you're hurting your relationship with or lowering the morale of. That's very sort of morale destroying, because as a coworker, if that's one of my fellow coworkers, I can't hold them accountable the same way that somebody in a leadership position can. I can't fire that person. I can't have those kinds of conversations. Only leadership can do that. It's really, really critical. And I think it is the hardest sort of challenge of leadership, is to be able to address those things, right? Get people off the team or coach them up into greatness. I know I pick on leaders a lot. I know you have it tough, and I know it's hard to be a leader. It's hard to deal with all the dynamics of human behavior. But this one I think is really important. It really is. It just falls to leadership to be able to have the skill and capacity and the courage to address those things and deal with them right away. Thanks for watching and tuning in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have our weekly email list, the Culture Drop. You can subscribe to that and get these emails right in your inbox. Follow our social media channels. Put out a lot of free content around being more awesome and building great teams.